Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new TV show spoiler review here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinnenberg. Today, I am breaking down season 3, episode 4 of the Amazon Prime Video show Invincible, titled "You Were My Hero." If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I do movie and TV show reviews, out of theater reactions, a box office show every Monday, and movie rankings. If you like any one of those 5 things, please join the channel, join the community by hitting that subscribe button and ring that bell to notified when my new videos drop here on the channel, as I basically drop videos on a daily basis here on Max Talks Movies. So definitely ring that bell so notified when my videos drop. Comment down below. What are your thoughts on episode 4 of season 3 of Invincible? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did the ending leave you? And are you excited for the next month or so here on the channel? Also, please hit that thumbs up button. So also, guys, if you know, last week I did do my spoiler review of episodes 1 through 3. And I have done breakdowns of each and every episode of the entire series since its inception a couple years ago. So you can go follow that on the channel as well. So overall, here is my review of episode 4 of season 3 of Invincible. And while I think this is the weakest episode of the 4 episodes, I still had a genuine, like a great time watching the show. When this is your worst episode of a season, that's a really good thing. And Invincible continues to prove to me why it's the best superhero content out there at the moment, in my opinion, both on the small and the big screen. And this was another, I thought, a solid episode. I didn't think it was a great episode. The Invincible raises its expectations so high because it does big time catastrophic episodes with huge stakes, not just in the penultimate or finale episodes. They do it throughout the season. And especially they did it in episodes 2 and 3 of the season. So not every episode can be like that. So it'll leave these episodes kind of to be there. And overall, still, I'll say this. I enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed the post-credit half of the episode a lot more than the actual meat and bones of the main episode. So the main episode was about Mark and Eve. They're going off of this date, and Mark is brought in by Zolo Marijuana's new characters of the twins, who are voiced, as I said, by Zolo Marijuana, who played Blue Beetle. He plays Dropkick and Fight Master. They're twins who were in the first episode who were trying to steal the Declaration of Independence, and here they're asking for Mark's help as basically their future society of Earth has been overtaken by a ruler, and they need Mark to kind of kill him and set things straight. Obviously, Mark's like, I'm not doing this. I am on this date. I care about Eve and all this stuff, and they kind of take him on the run. Before this, that's kind of the main part of the episode. We open up with Rexplode, and I forget the other character's name. Of course, now I'm forgetting. Sorry, Amanda, who is a shrinking ray, as they say. They were out to the groceries, and I thought that was kind of an interesting way to open the episode. And Mark is trying to figure out who is spying on him. He assumes it's Cecil, and he breaks in as a full-on confrontation with Cecil. But then Cecil's like, "If I were spying on you, you would not know." Mark Lee said, "We'll finish this." This is when, a really funny one where Donald's like, "We are actually spying on Invincible," and Cecil's right, which is that we are spying on him, but this is not us. Someone else is spying on him. So they would like to figure that out as well. They would like to be the only people spying on the Grayson household. So then we get that whole Mark stuff with the twins, and they go to the planet, and they're kind of building this up the whole time, who's ruling it, because it seemed like it was a Viltrumite. So I was thinking, could this be Omni-Man? Could this be Mark? Could this be another Viltrumite? It turned out to be Immortal, and the fact that immortals live through hundreds, centuries of years, and it kind of led to this point. And I didn't think it was an underwhelming choice. I just thought it was like a passable choice to who would be ruling it. Mark has his fight with Immortal. Eventually, Mark chops his head off and kills him. And we're progressing to the point now where Mark is just not happy with actually killing people. He killed Pete. After killing Angstrom Levy, he just did not want to do that ever again. And now he's put in another situation where he has to kill someone. So he is not liking that. That seems to be like the main arc for him this season, that he's just totally against killing. And he thinks that killing is like his father, trying not to unleash that. But he goes on this really nice date with Eve, and they fly around. And I thought that was the best part of the main episode. Mark looking at her as she's flying and like getting emotional. Them as a couple totally works for me. You feel like why they are a couple. They are perfect for each other. When Eve was like, I feel like I was going to be weird about this, but actually it feels, and then Mark says it actually feels natural and easy. They can both be completely open about everything going on in their lives. As Mark didn't want to tell, Amber everything going on in his life, as he's a superhero. He didn't want to act like his stuff is more important than Amber's, but now he can finally on equal ground with Eve, and they both can relate to each other and those things. So I really enjoy the two of them as a couple. So they end with that. We move to the post-credit scene, which is basically like another 10 minutes of the episode, which was Nolan and Alan on the ship. Alan cannot be killed, cannot be executed. But it's time now for Nolan's execution. And that's where Alan comes in for the save with the help of Battle Beast, which I thought was a really cool part of the episode. Really cool action here. And this is where, Alan fakes like he's about to die at the hands of one of the Viltrumites. Honestly, he's faking. He is just as powerful as the Viltrumites, but he's just acting like he's getting his ass kicked. And that's where Nolan comes in for the save, and the fact that Alan's like, we're actually friends and this or that. And that led to the ending, which was, Alan's like, he's like, I would love your help. And then Nolan's like, actually, the biggest fact that no one knows, the biggest secret about the Viltrumites, that there's only less than 50 of them. And then he says that's the type of information we need to know in order to kill them and to beat them. And that's now Alan and now Nolan is committed to the cause. Now the question is, how quickly does Alan and Nolan head back to Earth? I feel like if they're ending the episode with that, I think they could easily start doing that next week, which will be very interesting because even though Mark, kind of didn't completely apologize, wasn't completely sold back on Nolan's new ways. That is still his father. He still is totally against the way that Nolan went about things, killing people and things like that. The question is, would he be able to team with Nolan? And especially now seeing Oliver trying to basically turn into the next Omni-Man. That will be very interesting. The part that I just didn't like in the episode was the whole narration that they were doing a recap. I felt the actual recap itself was so unnecessary. And I know they were trying to do a bit of, hey, we're doing a recap as like a comedic thing, like breaking the fourth wall. We are doing a recap. It just did not work for me. It also lingered for way too long. That narration part, I liked it for Alan's episode last season. I didn't think it had any merit being in this part of the season. It kind of pulled me out of that couple minutes of the show. That was like my major critique of the episode. As I said, I think the Mark stuff on the other planet was fine. It wasn't accelerating the plot as much as I wanted it to. So I enjoyed the episode. There was a lot of fun action. I am always enjoying Mark and Eve. And when you get Omni-Man on the show, it's pretty top tier Invincible. And the breakout of Alan and Omni-Man was awesome. I just wish there was more acceleration on the Mark side of things. Other than it's just kind of the same thing, which is he's against killing. There's adding it to his thing. So the show does a really good job putting things in motion and then setting things up for later in the season. So I have always all the faith in Invincible. So that's my thoughts on season 3, episode 4 of Invincible. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.